Oh, it's awesome. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Connections.
Hi, I'm Andy.
I'm Layla.
You're not Layla.
Just kidding, I'm Lexi.
That's the kind of show you guys are in for today. Layla is unfortunately out today because her daughter has a softball tournament. So we hope that Charlie's doing great. We hope the weather's holding off so they get to play all their games today.
Yes, best of luck to her today.
Best of luck. So anyway, how was your week this week, Lexi? We were actually talking beforehand, and I was like, I can't answer that question because we have to do it on the show.
Yes, I asked Andy how he was doing. He's like, I'm not telling you until the pre-show. Andy, my week...
I have very strict rules Sunday morning. I can't tell people how my day is until the pre-show happens.
Very strict.
Go ahead.
You guys are lucky you're hearing this for the first time.
Yeah.
My week was good.
Yeah.
Crazy busy. I'm
Yep.
working morning shifts at the coffee shop at Water
geez.
Street.
Yep.
5 a.m. shifts.
Oh.
And then I am in a show at the Civic.
Yep.
I'm in Newsies.
Yeah.
And I have rehearsals 5 days a week. So just been busy.
And you guys have a super long one today, right?
We have a 10-hour rehearsal today.
And that's called Tech Sunday.
Tech Sunday.
As the most non-theater guy ever, I've learned more about theater in the last 5-6 years, knowing people who are in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow, that sounds actually interesting. So it's like, I guess the day that they get everything ready because the show starts next week, if I'm not mistaken.
On Friday. Our
I
show
know.
starts Friday.
Somebody's going to be front row.
You.
I just got to decide what face I'm going to make the whole time. Do I sit there and go, or do I go? Every time you guys are on stage, I don't know.
Andy, I'm glad that you will be there. My own parents won't even be there for opening night.
Well, they're busy.
They are. They're on a trip.
They're on a trip.
They'll be out of town.
It was like pre-planned months ago, so it's not like they could change it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Not bashing my parents or anything.
I got your parents back, being a parent myself.
Anyways, Andy, how was your week?
Incredibly busy. Work was very, very busy. Xander was sick. So it was
bummer.
like having him home and rushing, going to the doctor back and forth, stuff like that. So, but he's feeling a lot better now.
Good.
So it's good.
Nice.
Yep. So, Layla does a joke, but we know when you've helped out in the past, you have a beverage of the week. So why don't you drop your favorite beverage for this week for us, and maybe somebody can try that.
Yes. So at Water Street right now, we just launched our fall beverage menu.
Oh, no.
And we have a chai latte. So chai is a tea. And
thank you for explaining it, because I had no idea what it was.
Yes, it's got lots of spices in it.
Okay.
But it's a perfect tea for fall, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
So we do a tea latte where you have your chai tea concentrate. We put a little cayenne pepper in there so it's nice and spicy. And the spicy with the spices in it, it's such a nice combo. I make
got a little punch to it then.
Yes, I make this latte with oat milk, and then we have a nutmeg house-made syrup at Water Street.
Oh.
So it's a nutmeg chai latte.
Oh, see? Look at that.
And it is
Try it out.
all things fall in one beverage, and it's chef's kiss. Perfect.
Okay. If you guys try that, we want to hear about it on our social media. So whether you just drop us a line, or if you go to our YouTube page and watch this back and drop us a comment, let us know if the
nutmeg chai
latte is as great as Lexi said it is.
Yes.
And I also forgot before we started, as always, we want to direct you to our QR code, because that's how you can digitally connect with us. Whether it's first time or long time, go right through there, in there. We would love to hear from you guys. So we got some pretty awesome stuff coming up. But first, we're going to take just a quick moment to remember 9/11 and what it means. Now, I asked you beforehand just so I could prep things. I was like, Lexi, what were you doing when that happened? And you're like,
and I told him I was not alive yet.
Yep. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I was in college when it happened, and I was driving to work from leaving school, and Howard Stern was still on. And I was like, what's he doing on still? And I heard about it, and when I got to work, everybody was in our lunchroom surrounded by multiple different TVs, so we were watching what happened. So we just want to take a moment to remember those that were lost, the families that were impacted by that, and also while there's always terrible things, also good things happen too, like a whole city coming together and a whole country coming together. So that's just, we want to take a moment to thank all those that helped out when that time happened, and to those that are still impacted today and feeling it. We just know that we are here for you, and God's also here for us. So,
yes.
All right. And Labor Day party was last week.
Last week, it was so much fun.
A lot of fun.
And to all of you out there that helped us, all you volunteers that were making food, helping us set up, prepping, just doing all the behind the scenes stuff, we appreciate you guys so much. And it
would not have happened without all of
we
you
really
guys.
couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for all you guys do for Connections.
Yep. And thank you to Steve and the band for putting on some awesome music.
Yes,
Never thought I'd get to hear the accordion played to, or Van Halen played on the accordion, but you got to hear it. So
it was awesome.
That is on our YouTube channel, so go check that out.
Yeah,
and there's also been highlights all week of all the cool things. I was really upset that nobody videoed me racing one of our youth kids through the
Bounce house?
The bounce house
You went
obstacle
on a
course.
bounce house,
Well,
Andy?
the obstacle course, and I flipped over the top, and then I rolled out the end because I went head first, and halfway through when I dove to try to win, I was like, this isn't going to end well. But
Oh, my gosh.
hit and rolled out, and I was like, hey, I survived. I was sore the next day, but it's still good.
Oh my God. I didn't get to make it in a bounce house.
Well, you guys were busy. You guys were singing for a long time.
I was on stage singing with the band, so fortunately I didn't get to go into bounce house, but it looked like so much fun.
It wasn't, yeah. So again, we want to thank you guys for coming out. If you came and that was your first time, we want you to come on back and see us every single Sunday, as many Sundays as you can, and bring your friends. You saw how awesome our church is, and that's just a small little snippet of how great we are.
And for all you out there that are not a part of our Connections family, you will make it better.
Yes.
You will make our church better.
Even
so we
stronger
want you here.
and better. Yes, we would love to have you guys here. All right. We have a new sermon series starting next week. You want to read a little bit about what that is?
Yeah,
Because
so
I've been kind of talking a lot, and we'll let you talk because you talk better than I do.
Deconstruction. That's the name of our new series. All right. So that is going to obviously be starting next week.
Yep.
And we are digging into kind of our own personal faith, breaking it down, and rebuilding our faith even stronger.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Breaking, that was the joke that I made last week when Layla mentioned it's called, the name of our series. I was like, show up next week where we're going to break it down. And it turns out it's right in there. So either it was there and I didn't, and I read it, or they used my awesome joke.
Awesome
Probably
joke.
not.
Awesome joke.
Layla loved it because it was super dad joke.
Oh my gosh.
And we have youth group starting tonight. Starting back up.
Before we start youth group,
Yes.
let's talk about the event we have
Okay.
that's coming up.
Go ahead.
We have a men's night out.
Yes.
All you
Men's
men
night
out there.
All of you men out there. We've had women's group stuff for months now, and now the men are playing catch up. So we're going to have an awesome night out. There's a QR code on the back of this thing that you can register with. You can also probably go to our app and click on the events tile, because Layla and I say that's one of the best tiles there is. And I'm
It's
sure
the best tile
in
there is.
It is the best tile there is. You can also reach out to Pastor Perry about any sort of details. It's going to be held at Gary Arndt's house, and the address, again, when you sign up, will be sent to you there.
It will be there, yes.
I'm not just going to give his address out on
Right.
YouTube for everybody to go, drive by, but anyway.
And if you're interested, that is going to be Friday, September 16th at
Yep.
5:30 p.m.
There is going to be games, a barbecue, and a bonfire, and maybe a little message by Perry, because he's going to be there too.
And
So,
I'm sure a lot of fruitful conversation will be had as well.
definitely. I cannot wait to hear about it, actually, because I unfortunately can't make it because I'm going to the show opening night.
Oh, that's opening night.
That's opening night of the show.
Oh, wow.
Yep. The 16th.
Didn't even realize it.
Well, that's because your mind's like, you're like, oh, cool, men's group. I'm going to be at a show.
All right.
All right.
Now on to
for
student
the
ministry.
Yeah, student ministries is back. Our middle school has been meeting. High school, we took the summer off because kids were so busy with various events, trips, planning. But as you guys heard, the last couple of weeks have been some major announcements that we have a new youth pastor, full-time youth pastor. It's one of the key things that our youth group has been missing to take us to the next level. And I, after, hanging out with this guy for just a little bit, I am super excited to see where this goes. So we're going to welcome Josh Ritchie to the table. Here's your microphone, buddy, because you're going to be on the hot seat.
Welcome to the Connections pre-show.
Welcome to the pre-show.
Awesome.
We're
I
ha-
watch this so much online.
Oh,
It's really cool.
We're
Stop
happy
it.
to have you here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. So,
excited to be here.
yeah, so for those that didn't, I'll get that back in a minute. So for those that didn't get a chance to hear us last week, give us a little bit of history about your kind of serving and pastoral kind of time frame.
So whenever I was in high school, I thought that I was going to be a college football player. That was what I thought I was supposed to do on this earth. And whenever I was about to graduate as a senior, God was calling me into ministry. And I fought that and wrestled with that for a long time. And I said, okay, God, I'm going to do this. So right when I graduated high school in 2019, I became an intern at the church that I grew up in.
2019. Whew.
And then through a bunch of circumstantial events.
Oh, hold on one second. Take that while you're talking.
Okay, and through a bunch of circumstantial events, I ended up stepping into an interim youth pastor role at the church that I came from, and I had a personal connection with Perry beforehand, as we worked at the same church, and then God just called us up here, and I'm super excited to be here in this position.
So we are super happy to have you here. So what's going to happen tonight? Give us a little rundown for those that are watching that might be thinking about bringing their kids.
For sure.
Why they should. So go ahead.
Yep. So if you are in 6th or 12th grade, or you know somebody that's in 6th or 12th grade, here at the church tonight from 4:30 to 6:30, we're going to be having a Nerf war. If you don't know what Nerf are, they're like blasters that shoot these foam darts. We're going to be having free food. It's going to be tournament style, cookies and soda. You might get a chance to shoot at Andy a little bit if he's there. All the students, it's going to be a blast. You really do not want to miss it.
Cool. And are we going to talk about what's going to come up too, so the kids know what's going to happen?
Of course. We're going to do a little introduction to people. The students will get to know me and my wife, Chelsea. And we're going to be just talking about a little bit of what's going to be coming up.
Awesome. Well, man, I am so thankful that you guys are here, that you kind of heeded God's call and came up here, because we've been praying for a full-time youth pastor for a while.
Yes, we have.
And like I said, getting to know you just a little bit, I'm looking forward to getting to know you more and to serving alongside of you to help take our youth group to that next level. So.
Likewise. It's been awesome meeting all the amazing people here.
Yeah. Come on down. If you're new to the church, come on down. Say hi to Josh. If you have kids, again,
I would love it.
6th grade through 12th. And guess what? Even if they're younger, bring them down so we can meet them now, so we can get them in our kids program now. Oh boy, having a morning. But we want you guys to have a great time. So thank you, Josh. We appreciate you. We're looking forward to tonight. Tonight here at the church, 4:30 to 6:30. Pizza, Nerf, games, fun.
Right. If the Nerf war didn't sell you, free food should sell you. Free food, guys. Come on.
All you got to do is show up.
All you have to do is show up.
That's all.
Literally, everything's provided. You just got to be here.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. We appreciate your time, man.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. We have a cool Connect and Jam coming up on September 22nd.
Andy, tell us about this Connect and Jam.
I will try. It's going to be here September 23rd at 6 p.m. And that is for families that are targeted with kids through preschool through elementary. So there's going to be games, fun, probably some food. It's just a way for families to come connect and then jam.
Right. Meet some people with children their same age.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Awesome.
Great way to build some community.
It is a great way to build community. Yep. I know. I love it. Speaking of friendships and community, there's giving back here at church is something that we're called to do as followers. And that doesn't just mean money, because a lot of times people hear giving back and you have to, tithing and things like that. While that is important because that helps our church run, our church needs volunteers, because we are growing every single week, and we love getting more help. Lexi, where do you volunteer at around here? We may have asked this years ago before you kind of became a more fixture part of our morning show, but where do you volunteer in our church?
I mean, where do I not volunteer, Andy?
Exactly, right? Let me. That's actually a shorter list.
So here, I volunteer here on the pre-show.
Yep.
I am a vocalist, and often I'll play, not often, but I'll play the ukulele on stage, so I'm a part of our worship team.
Yep.
I help with guest services, so I'll be at the Welcome Center some mornings or greeting people at front doors. I'm also in the cafe, so I'll be making coffee, serving food, being a smiling face.
With a smiling face so people can come up. Yep.
And then I also am in kids ministry. I don't do that often just because I'm usually being used a lot around the church, but if Tracy ever needs me to fill in somewhere,
and that's one of the things I love about the people we have with us here at church that volunteer. They give their time and they will help out where needed. But guess what? We need more help, because the more help we can get, the more we can, schedule things out, and the more people can take some time to just come to church and enjoy all that there is along with volunteering. So if you're feeling compelled, think about it, pray on it, reach out to any of our pastors on staff. We have so many different places that you can fit in. There's not just worship team, there's also tech, where if you're kind of tech savvy and you like working behind the scenes and stuff, there's places for you there. There's going to be an eventual parking team. There's going to be eventual safety. There's a bunch of stuff out there.
And it's seriously such a great way to just build friendships with people at our church. You'll get to know people that you're working with on whatever team you join so well, and it's great to meet new people. And that in turn translates into like small groups, because we have small groups that we talked about last week and the week before, but you kind of make your own little small group even within the team that you're serving on. There'll be text threads that are just unique to them. It's just a really cool way to get further immersed into your church and just kind of expand your church family. Yeah. Because there's family and there's church family. I love them both. Me too. Andy,
I mean, you're part of my church family. I've known you since you were
like you've known me my whole life.
Pretty
Andy.
much, I know. I was like, boy, do I feel old now. But anyway, we're going to turn it over to our band. We thank you guys for joining us. Hope you have an awesome week.
See ya.